Hello and welcome to Face Off. I am Nelta Igbe. Now, the current administration is winding down. One of the things that always happens anytime someone's leaving office or winding up a contract given to him is something that some will say is a package, a take-home package, to say thank you for a job well done, and say thank you for even submitting yourself to serve in this capacity. One way or the other, the public servants in Nigeria will be leaving, and they're supposed to get a certain percentage, some say 300% of their annual income. That's what they're supposed to get as their thank you take-home package. The Revenue Mobilization Commission has put out a certain amount of money. There might be disparaging figures across board. Some media organizations have put it at 3.24 billion, and some others have put it at 14.4 billion. Which of them is true? That's none of our business, some will say. What we're bothered about is, did they do a good job? Did they deserve this? Okay. Our question and face-off today is not about the level of severance package or who they are getting. What we want to ask is a question that a lot of people are asking. Do the public servants deserve to get a severance package? And if they should get a severance package, who determines or what are the criteria used for determining the severance package for these public servants? Well, these are some of the questions we're hoping we'll get answers to today on Face Up. And I have two gentlemen in the studio. One of them, I smile. Yes, someone will say, why are you smiling? Indeed, I smile because one of them is actually supposed to be a beneficiary, but I don't know if he's going to be a beneficiary. He'll answer us today, but he'll be speaking for his colleagues. Honorable Segun Olulade is the Chairman, Information Security and Strategy Committee of the Lagos State House of Assembly. Thank you for coming on the show. On this other side is a legal practitioner, Mr. Tunde Kolawo, who does not believe that they deserve to get that severance package. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
I know I might have stated your positions, but you have 10 seconds each to state your position. Then we'll go on a quick break. What's your position? Do you deserve to get a severance package?
Yes, I think we deserve it.
Thank you. Mr. Kolawole?
Honestly speaking, it is irresponsible, it is criminal, it is highly immoral for these people to be going away with that kind of a package.
Thank you very much. We'll take a quick break, and when we'll come back, we'll continue with this conversation. Do the public servants in Nigeria deserve to go with a severance package? Join us again. Welcome back. Now, as I told you, I've introduced my guest already, but you can also be a part of the conversation. Send your mails to faceup@channelstv.com or send your tweets to any of the handles showing on the screen. Do the public servants in Nigeria deserve to get a severance package? So we're back in the studio. You who's getting a severance package, you might ask the first question, if you will.
Well, Vice Kolawole, I just want to find out why you feel we are not entitled to the severance package.
Very, very simple. I have looked at your output, and I think your output does not justify the kind of remunerations you get in the first instance. And then when you had a 300% severance package, it becomes criminal to me as a person.
Well, okay.
Well, good.
Well, if I may come in at this point, I think we have a lot of falsehood in the atmosphere. And that gave them the impression, and that's why we have this perception of the public servant do not deserve having a severance, why others who are doing less than what we do get severance in our respective organizations. I am of the opinion that maybe there is so much of not coming open, of not being transparent, and there's so much of not being able to tell what the media have not been able to do justice to this aspect. Like you rightly put it, while introducing us, that you have a situation where you have 3-point-something billion somewhere, and you have 14 billion somewhere else, and I think it's because we have not been pay justice to this particular issue, as in trying to tell us the exact amount that the public officers get as severance. What we are talking about here is that we have the basic salary, the basic salary, or 300% basic or annual basic salary
Okay, that's what you're getting.
Get of your time as your severance. And if it is 300%, how much is this 300%? It's different when you pull everything together into the same basket and you say you get trillions of dollars or trillions of naira, I mean, for your severance. But how much do individual, for what position, at what category, that do you get X, Y, Z that you get?
Okay, Mr. Kolawole, I'm sure you understand. You have issues there. He says what they're getting is just 300% of their basic.
Yes, I do. The question I want to ask our honorable is this: you have some people working for you. Do you pay them that kind of jumbo severance package when they are leaving your employment? And what is it so special that the honorables do, or the politicians do in this part of the world that they deserve to earn the kind of jumbo salaries that they earn?
What do you now refer to as jumbo salary? Because I don't understand. The issue is that the people that work for me, at the end of the day, they deserve if they are disengaging from my organization, I think they deserve to get their benefits. It's like paying off somebody.
But do you pay them the kind of jumbo pay that you are asking the taxpayers in Lagos State to pay you today?
That's what I'm asking. What kind of jumbo pay? I got what I got as a private person before I got into office is higher than what I'm getting as a public person today.
That is a matter of choice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a matter of choice. And I choose to serve my people. And that's why I'm here.
So if you choose to serve your people, how is it that you even want a severance package? Why don't you tell them to put it back into infrastructural development?
Because that is legal. Because it's part of the benefit I should enjoy.
Okay.
I suffered my family. I deny myself so many things that I shouldn't have denied myself ordinarily. But because of that, I should be paid. For
Honestly,
everybody that goes to your office, even in your own office, you deserve pay at the end of the day.
Honorable, let me start from there. What is it special? I ask you a question. What is it special that legislators do, or politicians in this part of the world do, for example, that they deserve to have the kind of jumbo pay that they? I'll give you an example for the legislator. They represent their different constituencies. Yeah. They make laws, isn't it? And then they do oversight function. Yes. By the time you look at this work, I mean, the work that legislators do, you'll find that there is nothing special with it. And compared to the average civil servant, for example, who resumes work 8 o'clock in the morning and then leaves office around 6 p.m. in the evening, the average legislator will sit in the chambers for, I think, 181 days in a year, and out of that 181 days, they sit by 10 and by 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, they have risen from the chamber. When they are drafting the bill and all the so-called law that is made, it is not the legislator that drafts them. What they just do is to debate the principle of the law. They call in consultants, we as lawyers, to come and do the drafting. And when we have do the drafting, they probably take it to the House of Assembly to read it clause by clause. And then when you also do the oversight, well, what do? You go to inspect some of the projects that the executives have done. And then in the so-called representing the different constituencies, how many of them go to their different constituencies, do their time of stewardship, look at what is happening in those places? How many of them even have constituency office? And those who have constituency office, how many times in a year or in a week or in a month do they really meet with the people in their different constituencies? For me, the work of a legislator or the politician is an indolent work. That ordinarily they shouldn't be any the kind of jumbo pay that they had. For me, I have advocated several times before that. Or even for me, if I have my way, for the people in the assemblies and in the National Assembly, whether at the state or the federal level and all that, should be a part-time affair. It's just the executive arm of government. Basically, the civil servant that even run the government, not the legislature or the executive or the politicians who hold the executive offices.
I must say this, that knowledge is power.
All right.
And sincerely speaking, I used to have this kind of information that you have, and the belief and your perception about the legislature. And I must say that's the most critical arm of government that we have in any democracy. And to say that everything we do is just at the plenary is quite unfortunate.
It is a critical job, but do you people do it critically the way it should be done?
Yes.
I have said that you work for only about 4 hours in a day. Out of one,
not true.
There are 365 days in a year. You sit for only 181 days, and only about 4 hours in a day.
Me, you can go and cross-check.